Hey, Sunset Rewind. Welcome back. Coming to you live from the Edison Battle of the Beach tournament. We are joined by a true legend of
a true
high
old
school
guy.
coach. Coach Dave White, the head coach at Edison for 31 years.
31 years.
31 years, has now come back to coach again as the defensive coordinator on Coach Grady's staff. So how's it being back, Coach?
It's good. I mean, this is actually my fourth year back.
Okay.
Yeah, the first 3 years I was just kind of doing the receivers and DBs, and
Right.
Mike Walters was coaching the defense, the D coordinator. His second son, his youngest son, just graduated, so his oldest son's at UC Davis. He's going to go watch him play a little bit. So, yeah, Jeff asked, all the assistants, they wanted to do it, and they all stepped 2 steps back. So I didn't see him, so I was standing up front. So I got finagled, but it's good. It's typical Edison kids. They're great kids. We're young and inexperienced, but they're working hard and they're getting better.
It's got to be awesome to be back. I mean, this is such a big part of your life. 31 years as a head coach. Is it a little less stressful just being a defensive coordinator?
It's way less stressful being a head coach. I actually, I went to school here and I coached here 38 years. So I was an assistant coach 7 years before I became the head coach, and I was the D coordinator early on in my career when I was the defensive coach and an assistant coach. So it's been a while.
So if I do the math, I'm adding that up, 42 years?
Yeah, this is my 43rd.
43rd.
Yeah,
Wow.
and I went here, so that's 4 more. So
Wow.
and 3 of my boys played here for me, so that was fun too.
So,
Coach, when you bleed, does that come out green
It
and
does.
gold?
Yeah,
I mean,
it is. It is, no doubt about it. It's green and gold.
I wanted to ask you, when you had stepped away as a head coach, was it your intent to take a couple years off and maybe get back into it at some capacity, or did you retire with the intent of never coming back, but then those football gods get in your ear? And
It was kind of neither, to be honest with you. My youngest son was playing football back at Yale.
Okay.
And when I retired, he had 3 more years. So I wanted to kind of see him play a little bit and go back east. And my other sons played in the West Coast. I could fly up Saturday morning to Boise, fly back Sunday morning, still coach. But to go back at a Yale game, you got to go back on a Friday to see a Saturday noon game.
You can't do high school.
So
like that.
I retired from teaching and coaching 6 years ago. And it wasn't that I knew I was done, but it wasn't also, I wasn't really sure if I'd come back. I thought maybe I would come back somewhere, sometime, and just be an assistant. But I wouldn't coach anywhere but here, to be honest with you.
Well, this is probably one of the most prestigious Passion League tournaments in the country. How long has Edison been doing this?
I think we're about 25 years in, to be honest with you. It's in the 20s.
Yeah, you got teams coming from out of state that participate in this.
Yeah,
play.
and we always have, obviously Modern Day and Bosco, and usually Corona Centennial's in it, and Mission won it last year, so a lot of the private schools are in it. I think it's not because of me, but the teams that are here and how our boosters run it, and all the head coaches I think really like how it's run, and it's pretty fair. So it's great competition.
Everything at Edison is first class. I mean, Coach Grady gave us a tour of the weight room.
Yeah, Jeff's awesome. And, he was my quarterback.
Yeah.
Back in I think 5, 6, and 7, 95, 96, 97.
Well,
I coached his younger brother. I coached his sister in girls basketball. So,
Wow.
So yeah, he's the perfect guy for the job. He's doing a great job.
You've coached so many wonderful student athletes and had so many memories over the years. What really stands out to you? What would be your, I guess, if there's one, probably don't have one favorite memory, but what stands out the most to you in your career as a player and a coach here?
Boy, that's a tough one. There's so many. I mean,
The CIF championships, obviously.
yeah, those are big. I mean, honestly, in 01, it might have been my best team I ever had. Was 2001, but we played Poly in the finals, and I think that was their best team ever. They still got Mercedes Lewis is still
Right.
playing
Oh,
in the
yeah.
NFL.
Yep.
But they had a million
I think
guys.
they did a documentary on that team. It
Yeah,
was so
yeah, they
good.
did.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
were loaded. So, and then in 06, we were pretty dang good. My middle son was playing for me, and we lost to Orange Luther, and it was the first year at the state playoffs, and they won it all. And they had Aaron Corp, and they had a bunch of guys. I mean, they were loaded. But in 2009, we had a really good team. We were undefeated. We had beaten Servette like 24-7 in preseason. We played them again in CF Finals at Anaheim Stadium, and it rained all week. They resodded the field after baseball season. And it wasn't muddy, it was a lake. The water was, and we were a passing team, and Servette was a running team, so we lost that one 16-6. So that one kind of still eats at me because that was Division I. That
Right.
What could have been.
What could have been.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, really all 5 of those CF championship games are pretty special.
And then coaching your sons, obviously.
Coaching my 3
That had to
sons
be
was awesome. It really was fun. And then my last year before I retired, we win the CF championship.
Yep.
That was pretty special too. So a lot of special moments.
You've coached a lot of great players. Is there one that stands out? Like if there was an
Oh,
all-time
that's a
Edison
tough
guy,
question.
I don't want to put any pressure on you, but
I can't say that.
can't go there.
Can't go there. There's so many good. Denny Flanagan, I think, might have been as good a receiver as we ever had. Okay. We had so many good quarterbacks,
right.
So I'm not going to go there because they're all so good. Jordan Zumwalt might be as good a linebacker we ever had, but I think Romney Fuga might be the best two-way lineman we ever had. He played offensive line, defensive line, never came out. He was second in the state as a heavyweight wrestler. Played at BYU, but we had so many good ones, So I just named a few, but we had a lot.
Yeah, I mean the tradition of Edison football. I mean,
I think for public school, I think we compete pretty well. I think our coaches coach their butts off. I think our players, we have great parent support here. I grew up down the street, and my freshman year I rode my bike through the bean fields to get to this school. Wow. It opened in '69, and I came here in '70. Wow. So there was no houses around. None of these houses were here.
Rocky Wong or
Rocky Wong was 2 years older than me.
Okay.
Yeah, he was 2 years older than me. So he won a CF championship his junior year. So just the communities, it just kind of grew around the school. We're like our own little city almost. South County,
a mile from the
South
beach.
Huntington Beach. Yeah,
I mean, for people who've never been here, they're literally 2 blocks from the ocean. You feel the breeze. You
the
can smell
breeze
the
is
ocean.
so nice.
When our kids complain how it's hot, we laugh at them. I said, just go down Magnolia about 15 minutes that way. Yeah.
Every time we come here, we talk about the breeze.
The breeze is beautiful. I mean, how about this
conditions.
weather? I know. So we yell at our kids and they complain about how hot it is.
It's funny. Like we were here the other day visiting, and as we were leaving, Mo said, if I taught here, I'd go to lunch at the beach. I'd just ride my bike to the beach.
It's happened. A lot of people ride their bikes. Yeah, we're pretty. I'm so spoiled being here. Really, it's an awesome school. I mean, like I said, I wouldn't go anywhere else. We have a beautiful weight room. I don't know if you've seen that.
It's
I
amazing.
pay a membership to go in there. It's
like
top notch.
It looked like a college.
Again, a lot of small colleges come through and say, this is nicer than ours. Again, I think we've had it now about 14 years, maybe 13 years. And again, I think for public school, this is one of the better high school weight rooms.
No, it's the best one I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. So,
well, Coach, we know you're in the thick of the tournament right now. You're currently 3-0. Beat the
3-0.
defending national champ, St. John Bosco. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
We want to wish you the best of luck with this tournament.
Appreciate it,
we really
guys.
appreciate
Thanks
you
for
coming on
joining
and
us.
talking to
My
us.
pleasure, man. Thank you, guys.
Hey, have
Good
a
luck
great
the rest of
season,
the
Coach.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you.